There we go. Sorry about that. Can I share a link? Can I share? No, I can't. I don't think. Sorry about that. I'm here. Jamie, Sarah, you alright? Mick, good morning. Fluff, you alright? There, sound should be back. I was on YouTube and it was saying that the live was a preview and I couldn't change it, so I have no idea what that was about. That thunderstorm last night has kicked so much pollen in the air. Nose and sinuses are stinging, chest is tight, and I don't get hay fever, so I've been hitting the antihistamines. Sorry, Jamie, I couldn't get out with it. Was I actually live on it? Because it was saying preview. So I presume that it wasn't fully live. I don't know. So I came over, then I couldn't get back in it. Lost dogs, how you doing? Good morning. I'm going to see the horses and the goats. We've gone early because it's 20 degrees already and it's going to nudge towards 30 when I'm normally live. I did that last year. I'm not doing it this year. It was a bit silly to go out on treks in that heat. That's enough today. So I'm hoping these antihistamines kick in quickly. Oh, the horses are locked up. Well, they're out on pasture. Jamie, was it a hot night where you are? The thunderstorm that rolled in actually made it hotter. And it's so humid, there's no air. I have a bottle. See the rose petals. My homemade elderflower and rose cordial. I need to get the bottles to the post office. Sorry, just watching the goats. Slurping my drink. Jamie, it's hot. You can see it's starting to break through. And in a few minutes, it's going to get unbearable. Yeah, lost dogs. Jack, my Fox Red Lab, he's terrified. He was following me everywhere I went. I put the TV on and I put it on really loud, trying to drown it out. But Dave, you all right? Good morning. Yeah, everything's dying. You'll see on the back of the pen. All the grass is just dying off, unless it's in the shade. Sticky Willie's doing all right. Plenty of long, big Sticky Willies. Put a head on that one. Just stuck. Oh, I think the goats are going to come and see us. They might actually be sociable today. Normally, they just glare at me. Horse is in its stable by the look of it. Hello, you lot. Everywhere is like this. Just yellow, going dead. Hello, you lot. They have a French-sounding name. Oh, hello, little goat. Now, one of them, the one that's the most standoffish, he was attacked by a dog and he lost part of his ear. And I'm trying to see, I think it's him. Hello, goat. Yeah, it is. I've got 1.5 ears on that one. How are you doing? Come on then. Come on. Yous are smelling very musky. Geographic TV, thanks for coming in. Probably not, Jamie, because of the spices. I don't know if it'll harm them. Best thing you can put out is some water. They've got plenty to forage at the minute if all else fails. But water can be an issue for them. God, pollen is stinking. The birds are happy. The birds were singing like mad when that storm passed over. Didn't actually stop around for long. But there were some big old rumbles. Constant rumbles. A couple of strikes. Well, it was sheet lightning over mine. But because I live on top of a hill, it sounds very close. I was outside trying to film it. Bill, good morning, how you doing? Or is it good evening for you? I was outside filming it until the windows started rattling and you think, maybe go inside. Bill, it's really warm and really humid. And it's going to get a lot hotter in the next few minutes when that sun burns through. It's like 20 degrees C at the moment, which is kind of the regular temp for this time of year. But it's going to nudge up to around just under 30. Greg, how are you doing? Lovely to see you, Greg. They've hatched the first chicks. The chicks are fledged. So they'll be teaching the ways of the wild to the chicks. And they'll be starting nesting again. I've got a little wren built a nest next to the front door. So I think hopefully that's it on its second clutch of eggs. Beautiful little birds. Lost dogs. I was time-lapsing the thunderstorms coming in. You know when you get that like brown haze behind the clouds? I knew it was coming. That's the edge of the clouds. It's about to get scorchier. Yeah, the clouds are moving that way. And the sun's just there. I think parts of the UK have got storms again today. We've got sun for the rest of the week. Whoop, whoop. Right. See this plant? No idea what it is, but I thought, right, that is really, really pretty. And it was getting flower buds on. So I thought, you know what? I'll lift some, I'll take it home, and I'll plant it in the garden. No idea what it is. Because it gets huge spikes of flowers. I thought, aha. Dug it up, nursed it, got it home. And the flowers weren't exactly what it looked like they were going to be. They were a bit naff. So they were a bit of a disappointment. Yay, Jamie. Chief, how are you doing? Good morning, Chief. Hopefully fluff. When I was sat filming that lightning and thunder, I was out on the back step. We have a lot of seagulls. And this white feather just floated down and landed next to me on the step. And I saw that as a sign to go in as well. Since my grandma died, I get white feathers falling all the time. They always catch my eye. Yes, we walk those hills. Oh, I can't zoom in because I'm on StreamYard. We walk those hills on the horizon. I'd like to walk that hill. It's got a big tower on top. But the big one behind there is my target. That's the tallest hill out of the Lake District in this area. So it's on my to-do list. I need to train myself a bit first and wait for the right weather. And when I've got time, farm's moved all the lambs, I think. And now we've got some up there. Not very small anymore. So I'm going to go through the marsh, have a check for the deer, maybe come back the long way, depending on that sun. Oh my God, a puddle. That's a miracle. Oh, hang on, I've frozen. 2 secs. That's better. Brun, how you doing, Brun? Ooh, Brun, what's on the menu? I'm good. We're out early because it's going to get scorchier. It's already 20 degrees and stifling. That field's growing so quick. The land of thistles, all that. Thistles. Not where you want to find yourself. Ooh. Seagull right over my head. Tim, thank you for coming in. How are you? Oh, yummy, Brum. Yes, please. I've got a black lamb there. That sounds divine. Daughter came back. She called round yesterday from Lanzarote. I think she landed about 4 o'clock in the morning. And for her birthday, look at the size of those lambs. They'd gone out for a meal. Both had fillet steaks. Are like that. They're huge, absolutely massive. They must have been about 16 ounce, I would say. Came with fries. She had blue cheese sauce. They had also bowls of salad separate. They had like, I think 4 cocktails each. And when they messaged me, when they FaceTimed me when they came out, they were hammered. So we've got the original Farmer's Cobbles on here. But over time he's covered them. 21 euros for 8 cocktails, 2 humongous fillet steaks. The boys have done their work for these years, so they're just lounging away. This field's full of rams. Well, she said food-wise, it was really cheap. M&T, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, nice one, Jamie. Thank you. I'm intrigued. It's just gone 9 a.m. here. But with that, about to burn through. Came out early. It's going to be too hot later. Did it last year. I'm not doing it again because that was ridiculous. Climbing hills at 30 degrees was insanity. How's things, M&T? Oh, God, I need histamines are starting to kick in. Today is a Benadryl day, and I never get hay fever. Not chest and nose wise. Anyway, poor daughter, she was absolutely fine in Lanzarote. She gets really bad hay fever. And within minutes of getting to mine yesterday, nose was running like a tap, her eyes are swelling up. Poor lass gets blisters on her eyeballs that kind of hang over her lashes. Justin Major, how are you doing? Good morning. So she kind of gets it extreme. She was looking into the hay fever antihistamine injections, but the side effects can be a bit iffy. So just walking around with tissue up her nose, a two, all night long. So, oh, cool. But well, hopefully we're going to have those in the meadow and marsh on the right hand side as we go through here. The fawns, I'm hoping. Doe had a fawn in there last year, so I'm hoping that she's there again this year. Morning, late, but if you don't know it's blistering, oh, Jamie, go over and check him out. He's a good lad. One of the most supportive people out there. I don't know how he does it. He doesn't sleep. He's constantly in everyone's lives. Constantly. He's constantly helping people out. He's constantly posting. He's a good lad. So it's all river cobbles. They get more uniform as we get towards the farm. These were laid at a time where it wasn't tractors and it wasn't big vehicles. I keep seeing huge pieces of quartz like that. Brun, do you know what? If only. He must have been muck spreading or ploughing for all the seagulls. Oh my God, it's just suddenly got really hot. Brun, I wish I was. Your beaches there are stunning. I would love to be in that sea roundabout now. The little one's little swimming pool. She had like a big square swimming pool that had inflatable seats inside it. The seats decided to die pretty soon after we got it. Well, the end of that first summer. It actually lasted 3 years. Hello, ladies. See the ones that come to me, I think they've been pet lambs, you know. Hello, girls. Oh, have you got crazy temperatures there as well, Justin? What was I even saying? Remind me, what was I saying? I got sidetracked. Fairy, how you doing? Thank you, Fairy. To the hills. There's still wildfire smoke. You can see it at night. Sunset, and the moon's been bright orange as well. It amazes me that it's got this far. And it just shows the size of those fires. Poor Canada. Rosanna, thank you for coming in. Oh yes, there's sticky willy everywhere. That's an official name for it as well. I'm not just making it up. Another name for it is cleavers. Yes, sticky willy. And sticky balls are a nightmare if it gets in hair. How are you, Rosanna? Now, there's a lot of man-made earthworks across here, but especially on that side. But part of the woods was a more modern-day quarry at the other end. And there's also a sand quarry, literally just over that hill. Well, behind that hill, actually, and back down. I can see lots of elderflower. I've already picked some more to start another batch off, but I've also got flowers. Lost Dogs is gorgeous in here. Ooh, heck, what's coming? There's a digger. This should be interesting. Oh, Brun Free. Hello, little lady. How are you doing? Good morning. Over in the UK, it's morning time. You are in the future. Sheeple. Right, there's a digger up here, and I hear him digging. And he looks to be on the track. Loads of seagulls in. Back of the field there, it's full of seagulls. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it past here, you know. Mark, good morning, how you doing? It is Scorpio already. I love when we get into the meadow at the back. So pretty in there. And you do have the chance to see deer. Right, this is where we get the deer. A lot of it's yellow fluff. Where I am, it's miraculous. We've had the best weather in the country pretty much. And we've had no rain and high temps for like 2 weeks. And everything's dying. My neighbour, he is a lawn fanatic. He cuts his grass every other day. And he puts pretty stripes in it. He cut it on Friday. And by Saturday morning, it was yellow. Deaded. Yeah, we've got a digger. How am I going to get through here? Oh, cool, Justin. So we've seen the herd in here. There was 6 in a herd. We saw the doe fawn from last year, a young buck, on the back end, close to where she had a nursery last year. Right, what's this digger doing? I'll have to ask her if I can squeeze past. I'm scraping back the edge of the path. Frogfish, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. And you can see how that feels all yellow. Everything's just dying. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here, to be honest. Got digger blocking the road up. Can I go past? Digger's letting me go past. I'll just squeeze past. Cheers. Okay, don't start it up while I'm behind you. He's been levelling out all the road to take it his board. Jeremy, it's nudged up to 20 now, and this sun is about to make it get a lot hotter. So he's leveling it out, but you've still got the original farm cobbles, and they like literally be a couple of 100 years old at least. Instead of repairing parts, they seem to be just going over the top, which is naughty. Yeah, it is for this time of day and this time of year, Fluff. So there's the original cobbles, all dragged up from the river that we go to, and it feeds the whole farm, all the way down to the old barn. The sandstone barn is ancient. It's got all the original features still there, the old windows, the aerator holes. But yeah, it's really hot for this time of year for here. We don't normally get such high temperatures. See how he's dragged up the original cobbles? Right, we're sneaking through here instead of the gate because there's a great big hole. Get around here and I used to have a drink. A little dry mouth. And we're into the meadow. Breakfast, yeah. Well, normally when I go live on a Monday, it's like 12 o'clock UK time, and it's going to be, I think, 28 degrees. And wow, that wouldn't be much fun at all. It's jumping up as that sun's getting through. Beth, love you. Okay, Beth, hopefully it's good answers. Sorry, just grabbing that drink. So, you have all the old windows all the way along from the old stalls. See, that one's been bricked up with bricks, or partially with bricks. You had a shutter on the top as well. You've got 2 bits of ironwork on the top. So that'll have had a shutter on it. An up and down shutter, I believe. That lintel shattered, which ain't good. But all of those, you've also got a metalwork clip at the bottom. That'll just be to secure the hatches. 2 at the top, 1 down there. Beth, I'm being a good girl. For a change. He's been out spraying and he's took all the metals out. Good, Mr. Farmer. Jacko, good morning. Jacko, it's the same here. I am loving it. When daughter came back, I mean, Lanzarote, I think she said it was about 29, 30 degrees every day. I beat her in the tan scale. Haha. But I've always tanned really, really easily. I take after my dad. She didn't. So it's a bit of a fight with her. But yeah, I won the tan war. Mick. I hear pigeons nesting. Wow. That went well. Nicholas, good morning. How are you? Oh, the foxgloves, we've got the spires out. All flowering up. I've got some at home. And they went over pigeons. Over 6 feet. They're enormous. George, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. So I'm looking for the deer on the hedge line. I have seen them in this meadow before. The fawn will be hunkered down, so she'll pretty much try and keep out of sight. But she will have to leave it to come and eat herself. Feed it. Here comes that blue sky. Yay! Oh, God, that's bright. We might go through the top of the woods, maybe. We'll see. Nessie, good morning, chick. Geographic, I love doves. 2 years ago, I had a baby dove appear, and it was heading into August. It was like late September. All of a sudden, it appeared with a mate. I was like, yes, gonna have doves next year. They started hatching off chicks. I was finding dove eggs from the Heart's Trick dumped October. I've got a shot of it, I think. So they weren't the smartest tools, and I've not seen them this year. But tiny little beautiful dove. Look at all that elderflower. Damn it. Pixie, good morning. Early doors for you. I have the first batch of elderflower pretty much set and done. It just needs filtered. And I've set off a second pan while I've still got elderflower. I want to use them. And the elderflower and rose is absolutely stunning. So there's another pan on the go. I'm good, Pixie. Pollen's a bit. Oh, that. Good afternoon. Good morning, Mr. Magpie. Oh, no, it's a jay. Jays have a big white saddle above their tail. They're carrions. They eat chicks and eggs in the nest. Hunt smaller birds. They're not very nice at all. It's just in there. It's just flown down onto there. Very, very, very pretty birds. But they're not the nicest. And they sound like wounded vultures. They don't usually stay in family groups, but mine have. We've got about 5 parents and chicks, and they hunt tree to tree together, and the sound is awful. Yeah, I'm good, Pixie. How's you, chick? Nessie, it is scorcher. It's just flown out. You might hear it crawling in a minute. It was on the ground over here, and I can't see anything dead for it to be on. So I'm not sure what's here. Oh, Pixie, I've had 4 so far. You know when one you make a cup of coffee, it's really, really good. And then you try and make the second one as good as the first. But it never ends up that. At all. It's just a letdown. 4 I've had this morning. The first, wow. Was a good one. I am boiling. Sweet dreams, George. We have a pigeon. Why is a pigeon on the ground? Oh, you've been very productive, Pixie, haven't you? Good lass. Ooh, we have 2 pigeons on the ground. Do we have a chick? No, we just have 2 adults, I think. It's just got over 20 here, they see, and it's got to go up to 28 by 12. And it's so humid. So I wasn't walking in that afternoon sun, well, midday sun. You what, you're refraining a bit today. Jason, good evening. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Pixie, woo! Good on you, lass. Outdoor Eagle, how you doing? Right, we're going to go through the top of the woods, sod it. We'll go the long way. I'm not doing any big hills though, it's too hot. I go into the bird part of the wood. Jason, the energy in this woods is nuts. It recharges your battery, but you had the Romans here, quarrying stone. There have been lots of them here, and then you had a battle in 1569. The Queen's troops slaughtered 3,000 mercenaries over the ownership of a castle. Someone was trying to take it by force. Now, for all I'd like to follow that hedge line up and get into that back bit, can't, because that's the cliff edge and they're the trees that are falling in. Shay, how are you doing? Good morning. I don't want to get squished. Steve, good morning. How you doing? Is it Scorchio down your way as well? Go over the top. Jake, how you doing, Jake? Dooby dooby doo. Oh my word. That was a mission. Right, we'll head down here. Oh, cool, Jason. Jake, what you been up to? Yeah, that's why I'm out now, Shay, before it gets ridiculously hot. It's hot enough now. Dead humid. The river should be up after that thunderstorm last night. We'll see as we get further down. Delance, good morning. How's it down your end? Ooh. Yeah, I dragged little one for a walk and a picnic. Muscletone's an issue with Downs, and she's also a stubborn little madam. So to get her to go for a walk, I told her we're going to the wood, to the river, and we were having a picnic as soon as we got to the wood because there's a seat. We got there, and it's gone. There was that. Sheena's not happy at all. She hated me for dragging her out. Every time now I see her walk, she has fear in her eyes. But that is what's left of the lovely seat we were meant to sit on. Didn't like me. Well, Tors, good morning, good evening. Well, Tors, how are you? Deanna, good to see you. Oh, I'm hot. Hot, 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 hot. Shay, get some Pixie in your life. Pixie's got some stunning chill your head ambience videos. Pixie, I have got some of the elderflower and rose cordial that I made. I haven't got Coke. There's the odd rose petal in it as well. Oh, shoot, I'm chucking it. Oh, poor elderflower. Oh, God, it's too early in the day for bending down. Ooh, Pixie. Yeah, you got the elderflower hit, but you've got a tail end hit of rose. And it's lush. You've got that little bit of citrus from the oranges and lemons in it as well. Lost Dogs, thank you for being here and keeping me company. Gallant, so do I. I've been on a mission making elderflower. The elderflower and rose It's the best elderflower I've ever made. I know we just make plain. That root system's like a work of art, and that's the problem here. Everything's roots are really shallow, so the trees tend not to stay upright for long. There's just no topsoil, it's all sand. Lloydies, good morning. So lads, it's really easy. Boil some dissolved sugar into some water, get that to a boil, collect young elderflower. I like to collect them early in the day before it gets the sun on it. You need a couple of lemons. You take as much stalk off the elderflower as you can. It doesn't matter if they've got some stalk. Take the lemon peel, slice up the lemon, whack it in, and I put a bit of citric acid in just to preserve it. Leave it for a couple of days and it's done. Sieve it, bottle it, elderflower. In winter I make elderberry syrup, high in vitamin C. It's a good little detox. And it tastes yummy. I stick a stick of cinnamon in the mason jar. Tastes divine. Plus, it's really easy. Really easy. You don't have to put the citric acid in. I mean, it's easy enough to get the citric acid. It's not hard to find. But if you want to use it straight away and just do the lot, then you don't really need it. The lemon kind of preserves it a little bit. But add in the rose petals. You do exactly the same thing, but add rose petals. Can you hear the water? 3 days and you drain it. There's that lovely pink and it just has that hint of rose. Gorgeous. Grubby, how are you doing? Oh, pollen's really got my chest. So if you don't know Pixie, go over. She is a sea of tranquility with a little bit of pixie dust and a little bit of devilment. The best way to be. Tango, good morning, how you doing? How's Badger and the rest? I've got a real soft spot for Badger. Tango goes live as well. And his cat's with him. Tango. Ah, Buddy. Buddy. Badger. Love Badger. Ooh, that sounds very nice, Lost Dogs. You see, Sanfan, how you doing? I've always fancied making cornbread because I've never had it before. It's not a thing in the UK, but I want to try it. How's things, Sanfan? We're getting to the part of the woodland that is full of the songbirds. They tend to love this side of the wood. And they're just beautiful to listen to. I love that sound. Daisy, good evening. Aha, we have the jay that we were watching before. just up there and I can't zoom in. Horrible sound. Can't zoom in because we're on streaming ads. Daisy, that sounds amazing. Nazia, good to see you, Nazia. Ooh, Daisy, that has to go on my menu tonight. Shall we take a left turn at the bottom to go and see the kettles on the riverbank? Should we head straight on? The deciduous end is bird end. You've got all the tits, great, coral, blue. You've got, oh, someone walking at the top there. You have long-tailed tits, chaffinch. Of course, my friends, the robins. You have thrush. You have all sorts in here. Yeah, Tango. Jamie was in your live the other night. He was trying to say hello to you, but I don't think you saw him. It's lovely and cool in here for now. How's things, Grubby? It's good to see you. Deanna, how's you? I need to remember that there's steps here. Pixie, thank you so much for being in, chick. You're a star. If you don't know Pixie, go over and say hello. Awesome lady. Dibbin, how you doing, Dibbin? Sorry, Dibbin, didn't see you there. How you doing? Dibbin posts some really interesting trails. I'd love to walk a lot of them. My idea of heaven. It's going to be a shock to my system when I come out of this wood. Interesting place for a seat. There's not really much to say. Although you can just sit and listen. That's an old one, it's an iron one. Adrian, Silver. Silver, it's Scorchio down here as well. Are you doing that fence today? Silver's been commandeered to put a fence in. Not exactly the best temperatures for it. But hey, it's funny. Doing a good job though, Jim. See, someone's arched these. They're making an arch. The silver birch. No, it's not, it's beech. And honeysuckle. That'll be really pretty as it gets going. Hanging with Mr. J, long time no see. How are you? Mr. J, a lovely guy. I've known him a couple of years. Mr. J, Eddie was in a few weeks ago. He was on about starting lives again, but I've not seen him put anything up. And he's not been back in since. I'll have to message him. Have I missed anyone? If I've missed you, I am really sorry. Ray baby, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. It's a bad idea being in here. Shorts and vest tops on because all the bugs. That rain will have hatched a load of bugs off. Jim, I never get hay fever, but today, really tight chest and nose is stinging, so I've been on the antihistamines. Like really tight chest. Right, we'll take a left turn and go down the kettles at the river. See how much rain's got into this, because it was very low, like everything else, yeah. Galants, did you get the thunderstorms yesterday? They hit us about, what time was it? 7 o'clock last night? I love thunderstorms. I love watching them. I love lightning. And I love the thunder, except when it's making my windows rattle. And it was doing that last night. It was interesting. I think all the rain's kicked all the pollen into the air, and all I can smell is flower. There's lots of pollen. I've been on the Benadryl. Right, now this clearing has always been strange to me, and I can't work out why it is strange. I don't know if it's because it's in the deciduous part and it's all planted pines. I don't know if it's because of the way it's being planted. They're not planted regularly, they're more like in circles. It's just odd, it's got an odd feel to it. You were dogging. Oh, hey. Discovering Dorset, if anyone wants to share, he's got a brilliant channel as well. He's a very funny guy, and he's a wealth of knowledge that you never needed to know. Some of it is unusual, we'll call it. See, it is just weird in here. Look at that fancy lean-to that they cheated and used a saw. The thunder, I've got some clips. I sent you one of the time lapses. A time lapse, the thunderstorm rolling in. We've got some good old rumbles as well. It is roaring down here. It's also steamy. You have some mist. See, it's still low. Right, we'll go down. And I got the wrong shoes for this, but hey. Yeah. He's a very naturally funny guy. He's a naturally really positive guy. He's really funny. But he has facts that you just never knew you needed to know. It's like the Ripley's Unusual Facts book, but in person. I don't know if you can see the mist. Badger. Hello, my little buddy Badger. Badger. I've got my good ones on. I've got my nice white ones on. That, hang on, it's that foot. Right, this is going to take some manoeuvring. Willow is to the back on. How rude is that? Oh, but the tan. Coming on a dream. Right. So we're not going to go right down onto there because I'll fall on my backside. But we are going to go down there when I've got the shoes and the water's lower to find out what's in the bottom. We're going to have a play. Cool Frog, how are you? Thank you for coming in. And we have the kettles. Let's delve down. See, it's all bedrock and it's a wee bit slippery. So careful, gingerly is the way to go. Now these are faults in the stone. Little rocks, there's a bit of sand, then little rocks. The movement of the water start to grind and you get all these circular holes and kettles. Mark, hello. Good morning. Very early morning for you. Now that bank is a total huge slow falling waterfall. You can see there's water falling all the way along that. They started to drill out a huge kettle type thing. There's water falling all the way along it. Hello Song, how are you? Good to see you. And look how pretty that is. Fishy, 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 jump again. We've had fish in that pool, we've had fish flopping up the top, which I did prove. You can see the huge rocks in that one. I really want to go over and see what's in the bottom of those holes. It should be interesting, but I can't get over. It's all sheer rock face. And I've got to get that side, which I potentially could do, but I have to go across, up, without falling and breaking my neck all the way along. Tie a rope to, it has to be that, although it's almost dead, and go down on ropes. And I'm not, oh, hello little dipper, little bird flying around. And I'm going down the rope, I think, is a lot different to going up. And it just doesn't look like fun without Gareth, does it? Oh, I'm coming up. Tree is raining on me. Why is it raining on me? Thing called the dew on the trees getting burnt off. Soaked. Song, I love this place. EL3, good morning. Gulf Coast, how are you doing? Really nice to see you. How's things? Beans? Do you have beans? Who's beans? Beans, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Sorry, I didn't see you there. If anyone doesn't have a wrench, shout at me and I'll jump out and I'll go and sort some wrenches. Nessie has new content up on her channel. She went to the necropolis in Glasgow and wow, absolutely stunning. How many acres did you say it is, Nessie? Daisy's dinner has got me thinking about mine. I might get some chicken out of the freezer. Dipping back at you. Didn't post lots of trails. and maps in some stunning places. It's good to see your Gulf Coast. Right, I need a drink. Drying on strikes again. Oh, it's 4 a.m. It is. What time is it, UK? It's gone 10, hasn't it? I came out early because we've got a bit of a heat wave going on. And if I'd gone out my usual at midday, I'll be on my hands and knees very quickly. Fly, go away. Being chased by flies. Don't like flies. Nice one to be. I love there's a few that, well, all of them really, I'd love to go on. Badger the cat. Badger is Tango's cat. He's beautiful. He's also got a bit of spark around him. He's just gorgeous. All his cats, when he sits around outside, all just stay around him, usually. And if he moves, they'll move with him. It's a lovely relationship to watch. Oh, my legs. That heat's hard. David, good morning. No Gulf Coast summer. Our seasons were Northern Hemisphere as well. So our seasons are the same as yours. We don't necessarily get the heat. I think if you drew a line across the globe, we would be around about the same longitude as New England, I think. Is it latitude? Oh, sorry, longitude, latitude. Longitude's across, isn't it? Rota, good to see you. I see you've been busy out and about. We're coming into the bird part. Oh God, the sun's burnt through. I'm going to fry. Yeah, you do, Bryn. Yeah, I think longitude-wise, we are round about the same as New England. I believe. We've had the jet stream. There's an El Nino going on, isn't there? And the jet stream's moved. So we've got a bloom of air from the Balearics. But we've also had travel on the jet stream from the US East Coast. Canadian wildfire smoke. Oh, ouchie. That hurt. It's stuck in the back of my shoe. Yes, we've had the wildfire smoke as well. Nighttime. Sunset, the sun's bright red and the moon's bright. Oh, heck. Ugh, I nearly went over. Very weird. Catherine! Catherine, I was talking about you the other day. Good, Catherine. What's Jamie saying? All right, shout at me. 2 secs. I'll go and buy a spanner him up. Wasn't letting me give wrenches out there. I'll try again in a bit. Oh, do you know what, Catherine? I was doing my head in. Someone else was conspiracy theory crap. Blaming. What blaming? Planes. Planes are all dropping chemtrails to destroy the world. Causes the wildfires. Blah de blah. And it's like, wildfires are also the cycle of life. Look at the sequoias that you taught me about. They need the fire for the seeds to germinate. It takes the shell off. And they've always happened. There's always, always, always been wildfires, as long as history goes. But the extreme droughts in recent years, again, I'm get told off. Right, I'll leave it there because I don't want to get whacked by YouTube. But there's very few conspiracy theories, if any, I believe. But hey, each to their own. Last time I checked, I think there was 4.3 million hectares burnt. It had gone up a million in a couple of days. Listen, that is nuthatch is one of my favourite birds. Not like a tree creeper. Light bluey grey back and wings. They've got yellow, they've got white. They've got like Cleopatra eyes. Very pretty birds. And they're up here. They're also very clever. They're unusual. They gather food and they'll put it in nooks and crannies and trees and rocks. And they'll remember where that's the food source is for 30 days. But after 30 days, their memory lessens and they move on to a new one. Very clever. Oh, we've got a few cars in. Nuthatches, I get them in the garden and I love them. Hang on, we froze. 2 secs. Back. That's better. Yeah. Joyride, how you doing? Do you know what, Miss Jim? My phone's being crap as well. Sometimes I'm not going to get it. Some conspiracy theories work out true, but it's the manipulation of evidence in some cases drives me nuts. You enjoying the heat, Joyride? Stormy. Good to see you, Stormy. A little stream is running nicely. Stormy, I've been making an elderflower cordial. I've been taking videos of the steps and I'm going to put it all out. Absolutely stunning. That is elderflower and rose that I've made, not actually cooler. I've made one sugar-free and one obviously with sugar. Joyride, I'm loving every second. Oh, hang on, we'll go down there and count trees as the water's dropped. When I set off, I came out early today just because it's going to be so hot later. I'm not excited about that at all. I love it. And I didn't fancy boiling myself to death. We've got a little cute waterfall, 2 steps in it. I can't show you from the other side. I can't get to it. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mature trees. Hang on. Big old log jam. It has moved and there's some further down there I can still see. Tango vast lush as well, and it's perfect when it's hot. The elderflowers, I mean, it's got lemon in it as well. So you've got that nice fresh citrus as well. So I've got some bottles to send out. And I finally filter it. You have to leave it for a few days. And then I've got the next batch. Sparky, good morning. How you doing? PA in the house. So, right, did you get the thunder last night? Jack was terrified. I gave him some of Sam's CBD. Does work with him as well. He's terrified of bangs. The neighbour set a firework off and it exploded literally on top of my roof when me and Jack were outside, and since then, terrified. Galance, thank you so much for being here. Galance, another fabulous channel. Go check them. Who heck car? Didn't even hear it. And you've got a big log jam you did have on this side. Have a look. Look at that. That's really low. All right. Lovely to see you. Sparky, what you been up to? Are you enjoying the Scorchio? I am. And we've got some big ones. Hang on a sec. Try and get a decent. Come out the grass. Oh, God, that's sticking. It's stuck on my arm. Pick it off my arm. Don't want you up there. Oh, get off. Right. It's a sticky one. Get off my arm. Can't get it off. Right. Get off my hand. This one, get off. It's rather sticky. And it stands about 5 foot. You've got a 5 foot sticky willy, no balls. It's got a nice head on it. Sticky willy head. Some longer ones in there. I'm not going skinny dipping. Liz, how you doing, Liz? I think you got hammered with thunderstorms yesterday, did you? I was on a storm tracker app and it looks miserable over your way. Oh, the sticky willy, always pretty much in sight. Oh, I haven't got any on this bit. You'll have a bit further along though. It's everywhere. Scott, good morning. How you doing? Well, sorry, good evening, Scott. It's not about fetishes. I'm just strange in general. I've learnt to embrace it and just accept it. Unleash the weird. It's about to get scorchio. You get around this corner. Oh, smell the garlic. Path will not be so funny. Yeah, it's been hot here for about 2 weeks. We've had sun non-stop apart from yesterday when the storms came in. It's going to get a lot hotter. So you've got your old barn, traditional barn with your, some places the arrow slits, but they're for aeration, and you've got a hay loft above. There's slots to put air through that hay. And then you have a newer piece that was extended from over here. We've got that line there where the building was knitted together. And we have another line. No, I think that's just a fault line. So we've got the edge of the building there, you've got the corners all the way down. You've got some of the old little hatches. You see that hatch? And this more modern part of the barns. Really didn't know that. Is Jamie soon? Yeah, Sparky. I mean, look, we have a sea of sticky willy, and some of it's taller than me. Wow. They're like my head height. We've got some big sticky ones. Have we got any balls? I think it's too early for balls. Right, this little patch here means I'm about to fry. Yes, everyone got Robin Hood names. We had Friar Feck, who can feck off. We have Long John Sticky Willy, which is Buddy. Jamie Sheriff Sticky Balls. Nice one, Scott. Oh, we've got bunnies. Oh, shoot. Ah, the cows are coming out. Please don't let them out when I'm here. Right, we're racing up the road to get before he releases the cows. It's a dairy farm, and the cows have moved out the dairy and they're waiting to go. And he's been walking them up here. Wow, that's hot. We have a sea of cow doo-doo. Very sweaty. Quick. That's what the farmer calls a fence that he straps across the road to herd the cattle. They'll be coming this way shortly. So we're going to skip ahead. Oh, that stinks. Amanda, good morning. I'm good, Amanda. I'm loving this heat. That stinks. Nearly got a mouthful of fly. That is the curse of spring and summer. Hallelujah. Bit of a breeze. So still last night. I've got windows on either side of the bedroom. Had them wide open and there wasn't even a hint of a breeze to her. Couldn't get to sleep. You can see the rainfall from last night. It's just ran down this road. Council of Elders. Never. I didn't know that. It's radioactive. Never. Well, that's a bit iffy. You don't expect your dinner plate and dishes and things to zap you. we have a stunted foxglove. Their spire is a ball. Amanda, I love it. I went into competition with daughter when she was over in Lanzarote. And I beat her. We had a tan off. Nice one, Scott. How long before you know if you can have your licence back, Scott? They won't stop you having your licence for diabetes, I don't think. I don't think they can stop it for that. Alabaster. Oh, cool, Daisy, you see? It's a sheep. Little one hates the sun. Her eyes wobble all the time and she can't. She sees a blurred vision and she hates being outside for flies and bees and things because she can't track them, she can't see them properly. But she'll be out tonight because the pool's up. Started putting the pool up last night, finished it off, and it started raining and thundering. It's like, yay! As usual. Jamie, release the legs, get some colour on them. Amanda. Daughter gave me her tanning gel. I'm hoping she forgets I got it. Yeah. I'm hoping she forgets that I've got it. It's really good and it's watermelon scented, so it's lovely. Lovely and moisturising as well. Amanda gave it. I know. Legs always take ages, but I beat her on the legs. Beat her on the arms. She beat me on the face. See, another farmer's fence to hide moving cows. Don't trust it. Buddy, good morning. Buddy, it is scorchio today. I went early because by dinner time when I go live, I'll be on my hands and knees. I've got a bruise, Nettie. I've got a little triangle bruise on my back end. Catherine Buddy recovering from a serious leg break a couple of years ago. Very soon he's doing Mount Washington. Go, Buddy. No, Cheap Cheap did. There's 3 shots, Catherine, of me and Cheap Cheap. I'm laid on the sun lounger, and Cheap Cheap gets up and decides to use me as a roost. Half an hour he had me pinned down for, I couldn't get him off. Sat happily on my back. And he liked the look of my shorts, and he had a good old peck at my shorts and gave me a little bit of a bruise. Morning, challenging. Sorry, challenging, I didn't see you there. I was waffling. So then, yeah, he gave us a peck. The last shot, I was trying to get him off. I was trying to wiggle him off. But if I'm laying on my front, I struggled to get up off the sun lounger. Anyway, it hurts my back. But I didn't want Claude. So I was trying to get my hand under his chest to lift him. I just couldn't do it. And then he just got perched on my hand, which was fun. I've got a very strange chicken. There's no clinkers in this place, Mark, I'll have you know. Yeah, I have too, Daisy. Positive thoughts with a lot. If you see the size of him, he weighs a ton. He's more like a turkey. He's huge. He's funny. I was sat out on a chair and he decided to come and get himself perched on the arm of the chair. He wasn't for moving. He's like a dog. Then yesterday I put that short up of him. I could hear him purring. I didn't know where he was. And then there he is, his arse end sticking out of one of my shrubs, purring away. Sunfish, good to see you. How are you? How's your not so little one? Now your little one must be little one too, I think. Ish. 2. Can't be 3. Could be 2. 1 maybe. Sunfish, a lovely guy, brilliant channel and lives. Yes, Catherine, buy a huge cook. Yeah, there's 3 shots of our little interaction. I was starting to get a bit worried because it was getting near time to go and get little one from school, and I just didn't want scratched. But then he just nonchalantly stepped down. Oh. Fingers crossed. Gareth, good morning. Love that premiere last night, that Explore. What a lovely place. Buy one, get one free. Daniel, good morning. Sorry, Daniel, I didn't see that. I was giggling to myself. Remembering Cheap Cheap stood on me. Oh, do you know what? He's forgot about his love bucket. He's into girls now. The bucket doesn't get serviced, shall we say? Or trainers. He had a thing about jiggling with some trainers, shall we say? Little Stumpy, for all he was Lee Cockrell. The hens are so much bigger, he couldn't actually do his job, if you catch my drift. But he'd still try. And Cheap Cheap heard him the other day, and that was it. Head down, wings out. And he was off like a T-Rex to chase him off his ladies. Oh, Stormy, how did it go? I was very excited about your gold videos. Very excited. It was amazing. Sage, how are you doing? Sage, this is only full of dairy cows, so I'm quite glad they're not here. Got the sun on my back. Lovely. He's got some dairy. He takes her across the main road. That land, so you've got the main road there, and this land here belongs to the same farm. So every now and again, a couple of times a day, the main road gets closed for the cattle to cross, which is always fun. Then you end up with loads of cow doo-doo splashed up your car. Instructional videos. But yeah, he had a thing for shoes as well as buckets. He'll perch on his bucket, but he's not getting freaky with it. He's all over the girls. There's a couple gone broody. And if I knew for sure he was dad, I'd be tempted to leave them to be hatched. You've got the west coast. You've got the coast of Cumbria right in the distance. You can just make out through the haze. Scotland, there's the Solway. So you've got Gretna Green kind of there. God, what it is, I'm a bit perspired. That way, you can't see for the haze. You've got the Lake District, the mountains over there. Penrith, where you're going to be, Amanda. About 25 minutes that way. Just on the edge of the Lake District. Ooh. Nick, good morning. I am fabulous, Nick. I've come out early because of the sun. It's way hot. Yeah, it's yeah, they're funny. Dawn, good evening, Dawn. How you doing, Dawn? Really nice to see you. I pressed on it and it accidentally highlighted it. Myers, how you doing, Myers? Thank you for coming in. Pizza, the Mankini man. Yeah, it's coming on nicely, Scott. It's not doing bad. That burn, I was making myself panini and I got my finger in the panini press. But I split my finger with the brick hammer on some stone rocks. The sun is nice and toasty on the back of my legs. Lovely. You must be sweltered today, Nick. First in the door. Some good advice. How's things, Myers? Myers has a brilliant channel as well. No, I didn't flip anybody off. I say panini press. It wasn't. It was my George Foreman. I got my finger in. But yeah, he's started to like ladies over buckets. So I'm quite proud of him. My little boy's grown up. Really funny. And the way he tries to protect the girls now. It's cute. It's nice seeing him. But he's still that freak of nature. Really funny. Yeah, Myers has got some brilliant videos as well. They're fascinating. Another brilliant channel. Challenging. Have you decided what's on the menu this week? Challenging's live on a Thursday and she cooks live. And that's a lot of pressure cooking live. And she smashes it every time. You're cock of the walk. As long as you don't cock when you do walk, you're fine. How's things, Daniel? You see this here? These are man-made earthworks as well, but I think that's from sand quarries. Year of the pig. Brilliant live again on Saturday. Mick and Nick. Mick and Nick are live on a Saturday fishing. A lot of fun. A lot of fish. Good crack and lovely people. Some humour along the way. Ooh, you see, I'm pressing things. Yeah, they're challenging. Go check her out and click that notification bell and come and roll with the rest. Oh, I can see a rabbit in the sky. Right. I can see a rabbit. Just there's a little rabbit. It's got its ears. It's got its nose. And you can see it. Boom, it's a rabbit. I can see a rabbit. Na, 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 na. Oh, our lady. Avoid the lady. I don't know what year mine is. Here's a monkey. But you know what? Yeah, they are. They're brilliant. There's a bit of a breeze kicked up and it's nice. Sorry, I'll try and hold you out the breeze. 73, Nessie. Am I a rabbit or am I a rat? In the middle of the storm, there was a freaky looking face. There, I'll try and hold you out the wind. See, this is a little light breeze. It's actually really nice. Still really hazy. You can't really see the wildfire smoke until it's sunset. Yeah, the ox. That works out about right because I'm rather stubborn. Salika, good morning. I think it's really hot where you are as well, isn't it? For all that breeze, it's really a warm breeze. It's bizarre. It's totally not the normal weather for here. Go for a walk along the top in a minute. Toyota girl. He must be resting this field. He doesn't tend to look at the state of that field. It's just died off. A lot of it's died. So you lost that field, you lost that field. This field's dying off. Field in the back there. These are starting to turn. Hopefully that rain last night will save some. But there's so much dead. I felt a bit sorry for the lawn people next door. They're very snobby about their lawn, cutting it every other day, and they have to get the stripes just right. But they cut it on Friday, and the lawn was dead by Saturday. They scowl at me if I don't do the drive as often as they decide it should be done. And it's like, whatever, Trevor. Please behave. Right, we'll walk backwards a bit. Ooh, what happened there? Yes, Catherine, we are. The jet stream shifted. Started to drag really good weather in, and they're saying about 3 months worth. We're going to have good weather. In a minute, we've got a bloom from the Balearics. But here where I am, it's been hot and it's been sunny for about 2 weeks now. And that is weird because the north of England has had better weather than the south. Same with Scotland. The hottest place in the country last week was Glasgow, which is mental. Nick, have a good one. Thank you so much for coming in. Pizza, release the beast. But you're not really going to get many tan lines off the mancini pizza, so you might as well release. Yeah, Catherine, do you know, did I ask before? Did I tell you before? Last time I checked, Saturday, there was 4.3 million hectares gone up in smoke. I don't know how much more has gone up since then. But they've got no containment on any of it, have they? So it's likely to rage for a lot longer and chew up a lot more ground. Oh, they've got the double-decker buses on. The double-decker buses just there. See, where I am, we just got a little bit last night. You can see those fields like a patchwork of yellow. Everything's dying. I don't know if you can see in the background, there's dead ground there. All that's gone yellow. This one's on its way to dying off, as is that one. In baby powder. How's things, Adrian? I know, just the sheer size of those fires are insane. I don't really know the ecology. Have they got a chance to cross over into the US? I'm not strictly sure where they are. They're heading south. With the wind, the smoke heading that way under the fires were. We're going to take a left turn top here and go see the goats. Bracken, can't stand this stuff, it stinks. Catherine is a very knowledgeable lady. See, the road's melting. We've got bubbling tar. Yeah, I thought there would be. Pizza not up here. It's going to be sun until the weekend. Well, it's sun as far as the weather forecast goes on the Met Office. Had a thunderstorm last night, but it didn't stay around very long. And it didn't really drop enough rain. But the longer we don't get rain, the longer I don't have to get the lawnmower out. So that's a win for me. Because I spend a lot of time on the lawnmower. Endless. Get the eggs out. Backsack and crack season. It's not here, it's that really hazy, fine, feathery stuff we've had for the last couple of weeks. See, I know Wide Edibles, she's okay. She's from Canada. There's a couple of channels on YouTube do instruction videos on using hot wax. And wow, those guys are brave. Yeah, really brave. Especially when the lady with the wax is moving their old man out of the way to get rummaged right in with the wax, if you catch my drift. Oh, really? Jamie, there's some gorgeous stuff in that stream. Really pretty. I saw a lot of quartz. And you got loads of pottery in there. Yeah, but I'm kind of surprised that they actually got away with these instructional videos for waxing, because everything, I mean everything, is on show. All the lady starts ripping wax. Kind of fascinating at the same time, though. It does look satisfying. No way. You see, if that won't happen here, they'd end up in a court. A dollar store, no way. That is ridiculous. Shouldn't be allowed to do that. Should restore it. Never mind a dollar store. Yeah, but I liked it as well. My little magpie type eyes were enjoying seeing what was in there. Dollar store on a site like that. It's ridiculous. Here, they get the archaeologists in just to double check sites that there's not anything there. Sorry, phone calls. Sorry, I'm back. Son on the phone. I gave my son and his girlfriend some elderflower cordial yesterday. They've drank it and they're wanting some more. Yeah, I'm back. It's telling me I'm back. It's telling me I've got sound. If you can hear me, let me know. President line. They message me, and if I don't answer back within seconds, they're on the phone instead. Nice one. We're actually on a cycle route. You can see it's all dying. I love these little flowers, little wildflowers. I've got them in the garden. I've got, grasshoppers. I have a sea of grasshoppers in the garden. You walk across the grass and there's like waves of baby grasshoppers. You find the grasshoppers, they can jump about 15 feet, they fly. They end up on upstairs windows, they're weird. Yes, they know, they drive me nuts. Yeah, I don't know the name. Easy. They're almost like a thistle flower. You get yellow like these, and you get an orange, and you get an orange and yellow. It's like a red rim. Really pretty little flowers. So I'll try and avoid them with the lawnmower. So there's your trail mark for the National Cycle Network. This one's number 72. We've got a skull. We've got a bike wheel. We've got a fuel gauge, petrol pump, a tyre. We've got fish. We've got crustaceans. We've got a stingray. We've got fossils. We've got ferns. This is one of 1,000-mile posts founded by the Borough Bank of Scotland to mark the creation of the National Cycle Network. You've got that stamp. A Millennium project. Lello. Yes, Lello. Bikes are my idea of how, because of the nerve damage from my back, down my legs, can't pedal. Cannot pedal a bike. Lost 40% movement. I think it was 30% the reckoned kind of strength of my legs. It's purely from nerve damage, which is fun. Yes, they don't have. They're what these yellow ones are almost like a thistle flower, but yellow. But of course, you hold it under your chin, and if you see a reflection, the story is you like butter. Oh, sorry. There you go. Primroses are really pretty. We've got a lot of wild cherries here, ash. We've got some hazels. I was collecting hazelnuts just around the corner. Hawthorn, lots of hawthorn. Some elder. Ragweed. I can't see any ragweed on here. Ragweed you're meant to remove if it's on your land. And luckily my area has no Japanese knotweed. It hasn't got this far. There's a village with a stream through it about 5 miles away, and one of the houses there did get it. Scott, I hate my accent. If I have to watch a video back, I turn the volume off. I hate my voice. It's a mix and match of a few different areas. These are all the hazels. This whole corner is just full of hazel. Oh, I've got an oak. Good to see an oak. Yeah, it is even. We've got loads. I planted about 250 in mine. Yes, the prehistoric. I have them around here actually. I've got some at home. Horsetail is a pain in the backside to get out. Once it's in, you're forever chasing it. I'm checking the verges for it now. We shouldn't be too far away from some. But yes, I've got some. I don't know how I've ended up with it in the garden, but I have. Yeah, I can't stand listening to myself on random. And then I hear myself saying stuff and I think, oh, you idiot. What did you say that for? Well, people, my battery's going to die in a minute. We'll keep going until it dies. The stream will die on itself anyway. Really? I didn't know that, Catherine. See, my family originally from Retford, like Doncaster area, so Nottinghamshire. Then we moved up to Northumberland. I went to school at Ponteland, just outside of Newcastle. And then moved to Cumbria when I was 25. 25? Ooh, we've got a big tree come down. Oh, that's a shame. I wonder if the lightning took it. We've got one of the big old beeches down. Buddy, lovely to see you. If you don't know Buddy, go over. Brilliant guy. That has well and truly smashed. Glad it hasn't taken any of the other big beaches down there. I wonder if it got hit by lightning last night, you never know. I can't see the base, we'll try and see the base. No, I can't see it through the undergrowth. There's a big old beach down. Yeah, Retford, Hallcroft, Retford. My grandma and granddad had a shop like amazing. That's a row of shops in Hallcroft, and it was a greengrocer's. Then my dad's parents, so my gran and granddad, bought it, and they had the shop. I've got family at Mark and Moore. I was born in Worksop. And Doncaster. Mum's side of the family moved to Doncaster. But Mum and Dad have been together since they were at school in Retford. Challenging, it was stunning, wasn't it? See, this paddock's all died off. Oh, the horses out. The horses have to go in the stall. Mark and Moore has changed a lot. Never used to have all the car dealerships in there the last time I was there. But my gran, when they sold the grocers in Hallcroft, she kind of stayed in the area until the dementia hit. She went into a home. Yeah, Scott, I think you'll get your licence back. You should be getting your licence back. If he doesn't, can you ask for a second opinion and see another doctor? Get a doctor to look at your scans. I didn't realise, challenging, what a huge hill it would be. Now, Edinburgh's hilly. Edinburgh's is a nightmare because it's like a steep hill. We staggered all the way to the top of the hill to see the wolves, and the wolves weren't there. That was miserable. But yeah, brilliant video, Nessie. Really, really interesting. I hope you find that Macintosh one. I was trying to find it. I'll have to look harder for a map of the graveyard. You see, the churches here, they do have their own maps of the cemetery. There will be a map somewhere, it's finding it. Sorry, signal always drops in that corner. So it'll be interesting to find it, to see it. Because what I've seen online, it's gorgeous. But it's like a needle in a haystack. I didn't realise how big it was, Missy. How many acres is it? Did you say 33? Or is it more than that? Necropolis is a huge graveyard in Glasgow. Nessie's been filming it. The mausoleums, there was so much money in Glasgow back in the day. I presume from the dockyards and the shipyards. Some of those mausoleums, well, all those mausoleums, a lot of money in that area. 37. That's just enormous. It's not just the mausoleums, some of the headstones. It's like, wow. If you want to find out for yourself, check out Nessie's video. Nessie, stick your link in for that video. There's so many of them challenging as well, the sheer volume. I liked the one with the angels inside that you could see through the grill. That was really pretty. Amanda. Catherine, if you're still in it, I don't know if you got from Amanda. I love Amanda's videos as well. She's got some fabulous content. Wow, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. I don't know if you can see the haze. You've got like a fine, really light brown haze to the sky. Smoked. With the dregs of society. PA, crack that whip. Get it cracked. Have you got the metal detector with you? A lot of history, Catherine, you'll love it. Remains of castles, backstory. She does a lot of research into where she goes. Yes, the sunrise, it kind of comes up behind the hills for me. I maybe film it in the morning if I'm up that early. Those butterflies. And I can hear them magpie. So you lovely lot. Thank you very much for keeping me company. This battery is going to be seconds away from dying. So I am going to do a shoot. I'll be live the same time tomorrow. 9 a.m. UK time. It's just too hot for afternoons. Midday is just ridiculously hot. So it'll be another early one. But thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun. Gonna go home and get some ice and some elderflower. So thank you all for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.